not a mic. I've got a gym voice. We are honored to be here at Ledford Hall at Meredith College today to welcome you to this special ceremony. Thank you for being here to celebrate the occasion of this academic achievement. On behalf of the School of Education, Health, and Human Sciences and Meredith College, I welcome friends, family members, and of course, our graduates of Masters of Arts in Teaching and Master of Education degrees. Today is a day of celebration and a special recognition for you and a way to signify your success in completing this graduate program. This is a special ceremony, a hooding ceremony, adding to the graduation experience by making it possible for us to focus just on our advanced degree students and their accomplishments. It allows us a chance to witness the ceremonial hooding of each graduate student in an intimate setting. The hood is a special part of the academic regalia that denotes your scholarly and professional achievements. What likely enters your mind is more along the lines of all the hours of study, the projects, the classes, the exams, and all the personal sacrifices that you made. Such an achievement is hard fought, for sure, but it will serve you well. At this time, let me recognize the faculty and staff who have taught, advised, mentored, and supported our graduate students. Please stand and remain standing. Our education full-time faculty, Dr. Heather Bauer, Dr. Courtney George, Dr. Monica McKinney, Dr. Cindy Morton Rose, Dr. Jennifer Olson, Dr. Julie Schrock, Dr. Christoph Stutz, Dr. Cece Toole. I would also like to acknowledge any Department of Education staff that are here today. Our recruiter and graduate program manager, Derek Kay. Where's Derek? Yeah, back in the back, doing all the logistics. And Dr. Stephanie Little is also with us today as well. Sorry, Stephanie. Is Donna here?
Yep, back there.
Oh, Donna, our field placement coordinator. Thank you. Can't see in the dark. And do we have any adjunct faculty here today? I'm not sure that we do. Okay. I would like to invite everyone here today to please stand if you're able and join for a moment of silent reflection and respect as we mourn the recent loss of our beloved long-term arts educator, Elizabeth Grimes Dressel. Thank you. As acting dean of the school, I stand here among many and speak with great pride on behalf of those who have played a part in the educational journey of our graduates. Faculty, family, friends, peers, and mentors who have helped these graduates along the way. Take a moment, graduates. Give thanks to those folks who have given you unwavering support. To our graduates, we are proud of you and have expectations and optimism for your path forward. You are ready to face the challenges ahead. You have distinguished yourself through academic rigor, service, and leadership. Everyone here has met and overcome obstacles. Each one of you has faced different challenges and certainly met them in different ways. You have earned this degree. You have earned this hood. You have earned this moment. Today is a good day. One of those milestone days when you are invited to pause from all of our routines and take note of special moments. Milestone days are times to slow down and to remember the people we love, the journey we have taken thus far, and those who have supported us along the way. And so on this milestone day, I would like to share just a couple of thoughts with our graduates. Try to think past the endless assignments and papers and exams and all the routines of graduate school, past all those deadlines and the mounting stress that I'm sure you felt, past the thesis, the capstone projects, the internships. Instead, hone in on what first sparked your interest and your passion to seek this educational path. It is likely a calling, the spark that drew you here and what connects you to everyone in the field. Remember why you do the work that you do, especially when those difficult days loom large. Reach back and touch that spark to help center and remind you why the work you do is so important. Your calling is worthwhile. It is meaningful. It is who you are at your core. The members of the faculty had the pleasure to observe your collective talents as they unfolded throughout your program of study, and we want each one of you to know how proud we are of this accomplishment. We applaud the energy, the enthusiasm, the commitment, and the contributions you have already made and will continue to make as you head toward new paths and meet new challenges in the future. There is a world out there in need of your help and your service. Keep believing that education is the passport to our future, the premise of progress in every society, the kindling of a flame to seek solutions to the injustices and the inequities many of us face. Education is our way forward. Be courageous as your story moves on, and always find joy and passion in your calling. I now call forward our invocation speaker, Carrie O'Farrell, and then our graduate speaker, Lindsay Grace Carter.
Alright, I don't have a Jim voice, I have a half a voice, so I'm gonna do my best, but hi friends. We have so much to give thanks for and celebrate today. May God bless us as we take this opportunity to reflect on our journey and celebrate our accomplishments, and may He guide us as we take off down our respective paths. To our families who have gathered here to celebrate with us, we are grateful for the love and support you have provided on this adventure. You faithfully stood by our sides and willed us to the finish line. To our Meredith faculty and staff, the ones here with us today and the ones who will forever be with us in spirit, you are truly the most extraordinary mentors, and your impact is indescribable. You have encouraged us to write and read and learn, to think outside the box, to remove barriers, and to look for new ways to approach teaching and learning. You have shared our highs and lows, and you talked us off the ledge when we were going through the PTAT. So you gently nudge us out of our comfort zones. You willed us to keep going when we were exhausted. You saw things in us that we did not see in ourselves. Thank you for the wisdom you have imparted upon us. Thank you for thinking things through with us, but never thinking for us. Thank you for being our biggest cheerleaders and always rooting for us to succeed. Thank you for supporting us, challenging us, and inspiring us to become the best versions of ourselves as students and as educators. And our classmates, we are a unique group. We come from different cultures, we have different backgrounds, lived experiences. We're in different chapters of our lives, in different places on our professional journey, and on different paths as educators. Yet we share the same common goals, which has brought so much richness to this experience. We have endured much together, shared roses and thorns, and some very entertaining classroom stories. We have learned from each other, and we have celebrated each other's successes and lifted each other up in times of need. We found friends among our classmates and have developed relationships that we will treasure and carry with us. I'm thankful to know that there was always someone in my corner, and hope that you felt the same. May we be thankful that we have this opportunity to come together and celebrate our hard work and perseverance and bring closure to this part of our journey. To celebrate that we completed a degree in the midst of a pandemic where all the rules suddenly changed. To celebrate that we did the ultimate pivot and adapted to overcome obstacles. We expanded our scope and prepared to learn and teach in different ways than imagined or expected. May we celebrate the fact that the Praxis and PPAT are behind us, or soon will be. May we celebrate that we have joined the ranks of those who make a difference in the lives of their students. I pray that God will bless you as you chart your path. Be proud of your accomplishments and believe in yourselves as you move forward into new places with new people and new experiences. And never doubt that you are making a difference. Keep shining your light as you shape young minds, build relationships, and create spaces where students feel safe, loved, valued, and where life's problems are a little easier for them to face. This journey was tough. This journey was tiring. This journey was rewarding. This journey was worth it. And before I close, I have a little something I wanted to share with you. When it was time for me to end my student teaching, I gifted a book to each of my students with an inscription inside the front cover. And as I reflected on, or overthought about, because we know that's what I do, about what I was going to say today, I thought the sentiment applied as much to my peers and mentors as it did to my students. I will warn you all, though, everything that I learned in kindergarten. So I wish you more. I wish you more ups than downs. I wish you more give than take. I wish you more tippy toes than deep. I wish you more we than me. I wish you more hugs than Uggs. I wish you more woohoo than whoa. I wish you more will than hill. I wish you more can than not. I wish you more pause than fast forward. I wish you more umbrella than rain. I wish you more treasures than pockets. I wish you more stories than stars. I wish all of this for you because you are everything I could wish for and more. And my inscription to you is this. Thank you for helping me grow to become a better teacher. Thank you for helping me navigate this journey, for being my biggest cheerleader, and for serving as a constant source of support and encouragement. Keep being the champion that every student deserves. Keep being awesome. Go be great. I wish you well.
Thank you, Carrie. I think I will reflect a lot of the same sentiment that you did, so thank you for introducing that for us. Honored guests, faculty and staff, my fellow students, family, and friends, I am honored to have been chosen by my peers as a speaker this afternoon. This is a special event for us all. Our hooding ceremony allows us to celebrate our hard work, perseverance, and commitment to the field of education by successfully completing our advanced degree here at Meredith. I started the MED program in January of 2020, eager to learn, improve my skills, and network with fellow teachers and professors. Like all of us, I was unaware that in 2 short months, COVID-19 would cast a shadow on our world, changing our lives in ways that none of us could have ever imagined. As students, we quickly adapted to attending class via Zoom and communicating with each other virtually. As working professionals, we did the same, before eventually putting on our masks and returning to work, filled with uncertainty about the days ahead. We exhausted ourselves experimenting with new ways of teaching, learning, and creating, while balancing responsibilities at home, school, and at work. In my own experience, this included teaching kindergartners how to mute and unmute a microphone, understand when it's an appropriate time to show off your cat to your classmates, and that your camera doesn't need to be an inch away from your face for me to hear you. Let me be the first to say that that was no easy task. Throughout this time, all of you, like me, poured yourselves into a program, making many personal sacrifices, enduring long hours of writing, and drinking far too much coffee late at night, to better yourself and to grow as an educator in one of the most transformational times in our education system. Some days, it was hard to believe that we would ever cross that finish line. Well, we did, so pat yourself on the back. Thank you to our esteemed professors, supportive colleagues, and rigorous, engaging coursework here at Meredith. We have been able to study, research, and practice new ways to spark our students' creativity, harness technology, and develop the skill sets needed to be exceptional educators for our students. We have learned how to excel as leaders in our classroom, leaders in our school, and leaders in the world. We have been challenged to think critically, reflect deeply, and question the status quo. While all of these lessons and experiences are extremely valuable and useful, one of the most important lessons that I have learned from my time here at Meredith is that we cannot pour from an empty cup. We cannot take care of our students if we do not take care of ourselves. I would like to thank all of the professors, faculty, and staff for showing us grace and support throughout our time here. As much as we may want to, we cannot do everything ourselves, and it's important to ask for help and take the time to rest our mind, body, and spirit. We have a long way to go. This pandemic has been a source of trauma for ourselves and for our students in many ways. These past few years have shed a light on some serious inequities and barriers within our education system that we must work hard to break down. While we cannot do this alone, and while it will take a collective effort of educators and policymakers nationwide, we can spark a change one student at a time. So with that being said, I would like to leave you with some words from one of my favorite educators, Rita Pearson. If you're not familiar with her TED Talk titled "Every Kid Needs a Champion," I encourage you to go home this weekend and listen to her speak. Rita sadly passed away just a few short months after sharing her words with the world, but her message lives on. She gives her students the following mantra to repeat. I am somebody. I was somebody when I came, and I'll be a better somebody when I leave. I am powerful and I am strong. I deserve the education that I get here. I have things to do and places to go. Rita goes on to say that if you say it long enough, it starts to be part of you. So I hope that you remember these words for both yourself and your students. As an educator, you are somebody. You were somebody when you started here at Meredith, and you are a better somebody now that you are graduating. Believe that you are making a difference. Believe that you can fight the good fight. You are powerful and you are strong, and you deserve this degree. You have things to do and places to go. Every student that you will teach is also a somebody. Somebody with a story, somebody that may need to be challenged, somebody that may just need a friend, somebody that will need them to guide them on a journey to be the best that they can be. Be their champion and help them be better when they leave your classroom. So on behalf of all of us graduating today, I would like to once again thank Meredith College, our professors and mentors for their dedication, encouragement, and support, and to my fellow master's recipients, congratulations.
All right, and now it's time. At this time, it's our pleasure to formally recognize and hood our graduates. As Dr. Campbell said, hooding is a long-standing tradition, and it's as much for us as it is for you. This is our way of formally welcoming you to our profession, to being scholars, and we're so glad to have you. So, you all stand up.
You all are going to walk up this way. Just follow, just up there. Just follow, and you're just going to kind of cascade down the steps here. So, going this way. This way.
All right. Earning a Master of Education in Literacy. Janet Urkuku Nara. I messed it up, I'm sorry. hardest part of the whole degree. Earning a Master of Arts in Teaching Elementary, Suzanne Lee Clayton. Miriam Elbeck. Kayla Norris. Mary Lee O'Farrell. Danielle A. Rory. Earning a Master of Arts in Teaching English as a Second Language, Margarita Rodriguez. And earning a Master of Arts in Teaching Special Education, Jennifer Francis Riggs. Friends, you made it. Many of you started your graduate work in the midst of a pandemic. What an act of bravery and optimism. When the world was upside down and schools were virtual and hybrid and everything in between, nothing looked familiar, and you stepped forward and said, I want to be a teacher, or I want to be a teacher leader. All of you finished your graduate work at what might have been the strangest year yet. We entered August hopeful that this might be a more normal year, whatever normal looks like in schools. However, you started to student teach and complete your research, and we thought things were slightly more familiar, but the rules changed every day. We saw the effect of 2 years of a pandemic on our students. Their social and emotional needs and academic needs puzzled veteran teachers. And yet there you were, doing the work. You persevered. Every day, you showed up. You put in the work. You prepped, you planned, you reflected, you cried, but you got up the next day and you did it again. You taught students of all ages how to share, be patient, play games, and even managed to get in some math and reading along the way. You innovated on instruction, You use technology and the power of play to leverage students' learning. Outside of the classroom, you weathered the cultural storms, are still weathering those storms. More and more lands on the plates of teachers as society tries to figure out what's next for our kiddos. Yet, you pick up that plate. I've watched you sort through the piles of stuff, and I've watched you filter out the stuff you don't need. And you've got a laser focus on our students. Did you catch that? Our students. You see, today is another act of great bravery and optimism. Today, you go from being our students to being our colleagues, teachers. You enter this profession, and as Lindsay wisely reminded us, you can't pour from an empty cup in this field. And I urge you to take her advice. I also want to remind you that it is perfectly acceptable to be tired. I remember vividly a moment in my early teaching career when I called my mom exhausted, pouring from not only an empty cup, but a cracked, chipped cup. And I wasn't sure if I could keep going. And her response to me was, "But are you good tired?" You see, growing up, we listened to a lot of folk music in my house, and one of our favorite musicians was Harry Chapin. On one of his albums, he told the story of his grandfather and what his grandfather told him. He said, "My grandfather was a painter. He died at age 88, and he was looking at me and he said, 'Harry, there's two kinds of tired. There's good tired, and there's bad tired.' He said, ironically enough, bad tired can be a day that you won. But you won other people's battles, you lived other people's dreams. And when it's all over, there's very little you in there." Ironically enough, good tired can be a day that you lost. But you don't even have to tell yourself, because you know you fought your battles. You lived your dreams. You lived your days. And when you hit the hay at night, you settle easy. You sleep the sleep of the just, and you can say, "Take me away." I typed that passage out that night, and I taped it to my desk as a reminder. It still hangs on the bulletin board just above my desk as a reminder every day to stay focused on the end goal, to stay focused on being good tired. I can't promise you that every day will be easy, or that every kid will learn everything, or that your principal will think you walk on water. But what I can promise you is we need you. Our kiddos need you. You are brave enough and optimistic enough to make a difference. You can do the next hard, right thing. Breathe, and it's so worth it. I wish you lots of good tired at the end of the day. Congratulations. Onward. Go teach. We have one more graduate. We're so glad you made it. So we're going to take a moment, breathe, and earning a Master of Arts in Teaching Elementary, XJ Liu.
Meredith, just go with you.